Hi, good evening students. In the previous class, we have explained how a PN junction is formed. And during the formation of a PN junction, an internal potential barrier denoted by VB is developed on both sides of the PN junction. So that the N region of the junction develops a positive potential and the P region of the junction develops a negative potential. And for a silicon diode it is 0.7 volt. And for germanium diode it is from 0.2 to 0.3 volt. This is called internal potential barrier. And this is said to be an unbiased diode also. What is meant by unbiased? We have not connected any external battery across the diode. Then it is said to be unbiased. Suppose if you connect an external battery in addition to that of this internal potential barrier voltage, then the diode is said to be biased. So when is a diode said to be biased? Whenever you connect an external voltage source either along the direction of the barrier voltage or against the direction of the barrier voltage, then the diode or the PN junction is said to be biased. So there are two methods of biasing the PN junction or PN diode. One is called forward biasing and the second one is called as the reverse biasing. Now we are going to discuss the PN junction under a forward bias. Are you ready, students? Okay. Now look at this block diagram. This is called a block diagram. So this is a PN regions and there is a common point of contact that is called as the junction, PN junction. And already we have seen that in this depletion region on both sides of the junction, immobile positive and negative ions are present respectively. Positive ions in the N side of the junction and negative ions in the P side of the junction. They are immobile ions. So this has developed an internal potential barrier voltage denoted by VB. Okay. Now in addition to this, I am going to connect an external battery across the diode or across the PN junction such that the P region externally it is connected to the positive terminal of a battery and the N region is connected to the negative region of the battery. So P region is connected to the positive terminal and N region is connected to the negative terminal of an external battery. So let us call this voltage as applied voltage, V applied. Okay students. So this is V applied, the applied voltage. Now you see the direction of the applied voltage. This is a negative terminal and the left side is a positive terminal. And you can see that it is opposite to that of the barrier potential. So the barrier potential is positive on the N side and negative on the P side. Whereas the applied potential is negative on the N side and positive on the P side. So how do we apply the external voltage? It is applied in a direction opposite to that of the barrier potential. Okay students. As a result, what will happen? What will be the net potential difference? What will be the net potential difference across the junction? It will be equal to V applied minus VB or VB minus V applied, whichever is greater and the lesser accordingly. So the difference between these two voltages will be applied across the junction. So I am going to summarize the first 3 points. So first, when is a diode said to be forward biased? What is the first point? So P is connected. Okay students, P region is connected to the positive. Okay, and N region is connected to the negative of the external battery. Okay students, so P region is connected to the positive, N region is connected to the negative of an external battery. Okay, now you see that V applied and VB, are they in same direction or opposite direction? They are in opposite direction. So V applied, that is applied voltage, and VB, that is barrier potential, are in opposite direction. Okay students, they are oppositely directed. As a result, what will be the net potential difference? So net potential difference across the PN junction, So what will be the net potential difference across the PN junction is given by, so V net potential is equal to this barrier potential, okay, minus applied potential, barrier potential minus applied potential. Okay students, this is the first set of points. So you must make the total description into 3 sets of points. So now we have covered only one set of points, namely the first set. So the 3 points we are supposed to summarize, is it not? So what is the first point? When is a PN junction or when is a diode said to be forward biased? So when the P region is connected to the positive terminal and N region is connected to the negative terminal of an external battery other than the barrier potential, then the diode is said to be forward biased. And what is the second point? The applied voltage and the barrier potential are oppositely directed. As a result, the net potential difference across the junction is the difference in the voltages, okay, between V applied and the VB. Okay, students, I have written like that. Now, the graphical representation of the barrier potential. So, you see that this is the graphical representation of the barrier potential for an unbiased diode. Suppose if I will apply a voltage V applied, then what will happen? VB minus V applied will be less than VB, is it not? So what will happen now this time? The potential, okay? So the barrier height, you see the height of this barrier, okay students? So this will be for applied voltage V1 or V1. Similarly, for any other voltage V2, V3, you see that the barrier height, decreases than the previous case. Comparing to the unbiased diode, now the forward biased diode, if you see, means the barrier height decreases. So that also can be taken as one set of point, okay. So this is the barrier height decreases. Okay. Now, what is the second set of pointers of great importance, my dear students? What is the second set of point we are going to see? Now, once the majority charge carriers in the P region are the holes, the number of holes present in the P region are more. At the same time, in the N region also holes are present, but they are present as minority charge carriers. So comparing to the concentration of holes in the P region, the concentration of holes in the N region is lesser. This is called as concentration gradient. So due to the concentration gradient of the holes, okay, the holes will diffuse. From the P region into the N region. Okay students, so this is the direction of diffusion of holes. So this is a diffusion of holes. And at the same time, what will happen? Who are the majority charge carriers in the N region? The electrons. And the same electrons are present in the P region also as minority charge carriers. So the concentration of electrons will be more in the N region than the number of electrons in the P region. So because of this concentration gradient of the electrons, now there will be a diffusion. There will be a diffusion of electrons. Okay students, so there will be a diffusion of electrons. From which region into which region? The electrons diffuse from the N region into the P region, and the holes diffuse in which direction? From the P region into the N region. But you see that the diffusion of holes and electrons are directed towards the junction, towards the PN junction, but in opposite direction. Okay, so that will be the next summary of points. So I will write holes diffuse, from which region to which region means from P to N region. And electrons, these electrons diffuse, okay, electrons diffuse from which region to which region? From N region to the P region. And what is the reason for this diffusion? I told you is because of the concentration gradient. Okay. Now during this diffusion, what will happen? Since the electrons and the holes diffuse in opposite direction across the junction, there is a chance for recombination of the holes and the electrons. This is very important term, understand? So recombination due to diffusion, next immediate following process is recombination of holes and electrons will take place. So what do you mean by recombination? What will happen when a particle and antiparticle will combine? They will annihilate. We have studied in nuclear physics. Like that, now here what is going to happen when this hole enter into this depletion region and one electron will simultaneously enter into the depletion region? They will neutralize. Means what is the meaning actually? This hole will be attached to one of the immobile ion. Understand, students? And it will neutralize the charge of the ion. It will neutralize the charge of the ion. So there will be no more ion here. It will become what? A neutralized atom. Similarly, when these electrons will enter into the depletion region, they will be picked up by the immobile ions and they will be neutralized. Neutral atoms. They will become neutral atoms. Understand, students? As a result, what will happen? The number of ions, immobile ions present in the depletion region will decrease, so that the width of the depletion region decreases. So now you will see that the width of the depletion region has decreased. Okay, students. So this is what happening. So due to recombination of holes and electrons, what will happen now? These ions will pick up, okay, the ions will pick up the charges, okay, free charge carriers, okay, the free charges and become atoms, okay, neutral atoms. As a result, what will happen? You see that the number of ions present in the depletion region has decreased. As a result, what will happen to the width of the depletion region? The width of the depletion region will decrease. Okay, students. So I will write here the width of the depletion region decreases. Now already in the formation of PN junction diode, we have studied that the width of the depletion region acts like a wall or boundary or acts as a resistance to the flow of current. Is it not, students? So what will happen? As a result of a decreasing in the width of the depletion region, the resistance offered by the diode or the PN junction decreases. So I will write that also as another point. So what happens? The resistance decreases. Okay, resistance offered by the junction or the depletion region decreases. So my dear students, the second set of points which I told you very important. What is actually happening? The P region, okay, since it is connected to the positive and the N region is connected to the negative, you can say that the holes diffuse from the P region into the N region and the electrons diffuse from the N region into the P region, okay, but in opposite direction. They will cross the junction in opposite directions, during which there is a recombination of electrons and the holes. As a result, the immobile positive and negative ions present in the depletion region will pick up these holes and electrons and they will become neutral atoms. That means as a result of recombination, the free holes and the free electrons disappear. They cease. Cease means what? They will disappear. Okay, students. As a result, what will happen? The number of immobile ions present in the depletion region decreases. As a consequence, what will happen to the width of the depletion region? It decreases. As a result, what happens once again to the resistance offered by the PN junction? It is also decreasing. As a result, the PN junction will allow the current to flow. This is due to the diffusion of the majority charge carriers. There will be a current called as diffusion current. Again, in the next set of points I am going to explain. Be ready for that. Now the last set of points we are going to explain. Now you will see, students, in the N region electrons are the majority charge carriers. The N region is connected to the negative and the P region is connected to the positive. As a result, these electrons from the N region will be accelerated towards the P region. Understand? So the electrons present in the N region will be accelerated towards the P region and they will be concentrated near the junction, very close to the P region of the junction. So how did these electrons come here is due to the acceleration of the negative charges present in the N region. So they have reached here. Similarly, the positive holes will be accelerated towards the negative potential applied to the N region, and there is a concentration of holes near the PN junction. Okay, students, in the N region. So the negative charges which have reached the P region of the junction, these are the minority charge carriers. No, electrons are minority charge carriers in the P region. So this process is called as minority carrier injection. Okay, students, so these are minority carriers. Similarly, these holes are also in the N region. They are called as what? Minority carriers. This process is due to the acceleration of the minority carriers towards the opposite potential. So this will be the next point in our summary. So this is called as minority carrier injection. Minority carriers injection. Now after this, what is going to happen is very important, students. Now in the P region as well as the N region, we have taken a pure semiconductor doped with some impurities only, is it not? See, in the P region as well as the N region, there will be some pure semiconductor atoms, namely germanium or silicon atoms and all. Due to even the room temperature, thermal agitation of the covalent bonds will take place. As a result of thermal agitation taking place in the covalent bonds, some of the covalent bonds will break. We already studied, no, each germanium atom or silicon atom will form 4 covalent bonds with the neighboring atoms. So, the pure semiconductor atoms due to thermal agitation will result in the breakage of covalent bonds. Now say for example, one covalent bond is broken. This will release one electron hole pair, one electron and a hole pair. Like that, a few number of covalent bonds are broken, means this will release a few number of pairs of free electrons and holes. Okay, students. So I will take, for example, this is one free electron. Okay, these are all the free electrons like this, and they are all associated. Each is associated with one hole. Okay, students. Now these electrons, free electrons, which are formed due to the breakage of covalent bonds, will be attracted towards the positive potential of the battery. So they will leave the P region. They will leave the P region and flow in the external circuit through this wire up to this positive terminal. Understand, students? Simultaneously, what is also going to happen? There will be a supply of the free electrons. There will be a supply of free electrons like this throughout this circuit, and these free electrons will enter into the N region again. This is on the basis of law of conservation of charge. Okay, students. So this breakage of covalent bonds will take place preferably at the end of the P region, which is connected to the positive of the battery. So I said every atom or every breakage of covalent bond gives one pair of free electron and a hole. So these free electrons are having negative charge. As a result, they will be attracted by the positive terminal of the applied voltage. and they will flow in the external circuit. So these electrons will flow in the external circuit from the P region to the positive of the battery. At the same time, equal number of free electrons will be sent by the negative terminal of the battery towards which region? Towards the N region. Okay, students, so it will enter into the N region. Now what is going to happen? After sending these free electrons to the external circuit, who is remaining here? These positively charged holes are remaining, and these will diffuse. These holes only will be diffusing. At the same time, these electrons will be diffusing across the junction. This is the actual diffusion process taking place, due to which a current is produced. Now earlier I told you, first some diffusion of holes and electrons are taking place in opposite direction. During that, recombination will take place. During recombination, initial recombination of holes and electrons will cease to exist. They will neutralize each other, is it not? So initially the recombination led to the decrease in the width of the barrier, is it not, potential? Now what will happen? Due to the breakage of covalent bonds, some holes are released. These holes will diffuse towards the junction, and these electrons will diffuse in a direction opposite to that of the holes. This will give rise to a diffusion current. Okay, students? So now first of all, minority carrier injections will take place. After that, covalent bonds will break. So covalent bonds will break, preferably near the P region, near the end of the P region, near the end of the P region. Okay, during which electron hole pairs, electron and hole pairs, electron hole pairs are produced, are formed. Okay, electron hole pairs are formed. And what happens to these electrons? Electrons flow towards, okay, electrons flow towards the positive terminal of the battery. Okay, students? Because electrons are negatively charged. So, external battery. Then, what happens? The negative of the battery supplies equal number of electrons. So, negative terminal, negative of the battery, I will write. Negative terminal of the battery supplies, okay, electrons, free electrons. And as a result, what will happen? Holes and electrons diffuse across the junction. Holes and electrons diffuse across the junction. That is towards the junction in opposite direction. Okay, in opposite direction, I will write in bracket. Already we have summarized this opposite direction. So this gives rise to what? Diffusion current. So diffusion current. Okay, students. In addition to this, okay, the minority charge carriers, will drift. Okay, so minority charge carriers drift across the junction. So this produces another current called as what? Drift current. Okay, students. So this produces a current which is called as a drift current. So what are the two types of currents inside this PN junction? One is called diffusion current, which is due to the majority charge carriers, and other one is called as what? Drift current, due to the minority charge carriers. So which will be greater than the other in this case of forward bias? In the case of forward bias, the drift current is lesser and the diffusion current. Okay, students. So diffusion current. So diffusion current will be greater than the drift current. and the net current flows. The net current flows from the P region to the N region inside the PN diode or PN junction. Okay. So the net current, which is the conventional current, that is flow of holes. The net flow of current is from the P region towards the N region inside the junction. Why such current is permitted? Because the width of the junction or the width of the PN junction or internal potential barrier width decreases. So it is a measurement of resistance. Since the resistance decreases, the net current is flowing through the PN junction. And a forward biased PN junction. Okay, students. So now it acts as a on switch. It acts as a on switch, and it permits the flow of current. Okay, students, because the resistance is very less. So totally, what is the summary of this forward bias? I have told you that when is a diode said to be forward biased? A diode is said to be forward biased when the P region is connected to the positive terminal and N region is connected to the negative terminal of an external battery, or the applied voltage is oppositely directed to that of the barrier potential, such that the net potential difference across the junction is equal to VB minus V applied. Suppose if you go on increase the applied voltage, see for example applied voltage is continuously increased up to a certain stage, what will happen? The diode or the PN junction will not permit the current flow to some extent. Beyond a certain value called the knee voltage, then only the diode or the junction will permit the flow of current. That we are going to study in the subsequent topics only. But in general, what happens to the barrier width and the barrier height, both will decrease. So the barrier height also decreases, the barrier width also decreases. As a result, the resistance offered by the PN junction to the flow of current decreases, and hence it allows the current to flow through it. So it acts as a on switch or a short circuit to the current. Okay, students? Okay, fine. We will see in the next topic, reverse bias.